Hey guys, what's up? You know, a couple months ago, before I moved out, basically, I guess you could say, in the beginning process of the move, I kind of talked about how, because this was being mentioned at several forums, mostly the Technodrome forums over, at the Technodrome site for one of the Ninja Turtle fan sites, and everybody's talking about, oh, when is Dark April going to show up? Because we got an episode several months back where April is, I guess, in a sense, becoming obsessive with this crystal that they got in space and stuff like that. So she doesn't like losing it. So anyway, long story short, I kind of gave my thoughts on when I think we might see Dark April. Now, there have been several people that have come out and said, oh, well, there's these titles of episodes that are coming, so we'll probably see her this season. And that might be true, maybe, if some of these titles are correct. But I stick by what I say because, to me, it's like you don't want to waste an opportunity like Dark April, doing your kind of rendition, your take on maybe the Dark Phoenix saga or anything like that, on just this last couple of episodes, when pretty much you are focusing on Super Shredder and all his allies and stuff like that. So, you pretty much don't want to do that. You don't want to focus, or unfocus, I should say, on something else while you're focusing on another. You get what I'm getting at. And you got this another character, this Krakus coming in later on this year or season or whatever. So you don't want to totally unfocus yourself from what you got planned to, like I say, focus on something else down the line, because I don't think, honestly, they're ready for that just yet. I think, in a sense, they're just teasing us. It's like I said before, I think they're just teasing us with what's to come, with what they got planned for April in the future. And I truly believe, honestly, that, we will see the Dark April. We will see their take, or their kind of take, or rendition of a Dark Phoenix-like saga. I do see that. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, but I don't think they're going to totally focus the remainder of this season on that. I mean, they're going to give us hints, there's no doubt. And it seems, obviously, that the crystal is amplifying April's psychic abilities, and so she's able to do things now just like a Jean Grey. And oh, by the way, Jean Grey, who can forget, was Phoenix, aka Dark Phoenix as well. So there's your answer right there. Apparently, she's able to do that. Her powers have been amplified, or being evolved, being amplified, to say. So yeah, don't be surprised, like I said, if next season, at the beginning, middle portion, or whatever, it's totally focused on a Dark Phoenix-like story arc with April O'Neil in a Dark April role. I've already come out and said through the audios of those videos that I believe the way it's going to play out is you're going to have April. It's going to get, well, basically, the way I feel it's going to be played out is you're going to have April pretty much. You're going to have April pretty much get to a point throughout some of the episodes where something's going to happen. Because, you have to do your own rendition. You have to do your own take on a story like this. And you got to do it in a way that makes it similar. Where it's inspired from, but it's its own thing. So again, I stick by what I believe. I believe what's going to happen is during next season, which I think is going to be one of the main focal points for this possibility, is you're going to have April slowly start to build what seems to be like a cocoon. I know that sounds crazy, but this is Ninja Turtles. This is Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles we're talking about, so anything can happen. So I believe what's going to happen as we get into next season is you're going to have April, like I said, I don't know if it, towards the mid part of the season, later part of the season, or the ending stages of the early portion of the season, but you're going to start seeing hints of the Dark April saga coming, because you're going to see April slowly start to get these materials to build some kind of evolution, hibernating cocoon structure that I believe she's going to, once suited and once she feels is prepared and ready, she's going to step into and lie in and cocoon herself in, and basically through the power of the crystal that she has obtained, slowly evolve into another stage, into another form that of course she'll be restored from when the story arc's all said and done. But basically she'll be at a point where she'll slowly end up in this form for the time being. And the way I see it happening, like I said in the audio, is I see that crystal that she has getting embedded into her skin. Either it's like at this upper part here, where it would be an easy target, or it's going to be up here where it could actually form into a third eye, for all we know, or just be a part of her. I believe that's what's going to happen, and I truly believe that, like I said, this being the Nickelodeon take on the Ninja Turtles, you're going to have April, like I say, build this kind of cocoon, hibernation, evolution structure that she's going to lay in and basically cover herself up in, basically cocoon herself, and then she's going to emerge from it as an evolved version of herself that becomes that Dark April that they're alluding to. And I see this going on for maybe as long as the Dark Phoenix adaptation on the X-Men animated series was. I see this maybe going for at least 5, maybe 6. I see basically a month's worth of story arc right here when it happens. That's my take on it. I see a month's worth of Dark April storyline happening right here when it occurs in the next season. Not this season, but the next season. You're going to get hints and everything this season, but I believe next season you're going to get more. You're going to get more than just hints. You're going to start seeing her build this cocoon or this structure, what's going to help her to evolve into this next level, this new form, which of course, like I said, she'll be restored from at the end. And, I believe that when it does happen, when they do finally, green light this thing to be done and, aired in the future, the story arc, or in the next season or so, the story arc with Dark April, I believe it's going to be a month's worth of episodes. I believe it's going to be 1 month, and then that's it. You're only going to get 1 month's worth of episodes, and that's it. That's all you're going to get. And then that'll be the end of that story arc, because at least it'll be out of the way. It'll be done. And you know what it'll do from a character standpoint? It'll make April realize that, yeah, she may have mastered all these. She may be a true ninja, but she still has a lot to learn. Especially about controlling, but having responsibility, having great responsibility with great power. If you kind of catch that little Marvel reference they might throw in there. So, because I got a feeling they're going to do something like that. She's going to learn that even though she's a ninja now, she's got a lot more to learn, especially when it comes to controlling, some great power and having responsibility over it and not letting it control you to the point that you become what she will become in the story arc. So that's what I think is going to be the aftermath. She's going to still be a ninja, but she's going to still have to learn lessons about, having control over certain powers. Like, okay, she'll probably keep the crystal, but she's going to learn how to control it more than it. She's going to learn to have more control over it than she will allow it to have control over her. So, that I believe is what they're going to do with the Dark April saga. That's why I believe next season they're going to dedicate a majority of that season, or at least a month's worth of that season, a month's worth of episodes to that saga, to that story arc. So, don't be surprised if that happens. And again, You know, I'm just saying what I feel is going to happen because this is Nickelodeon. You know, they might adapt or loosely adapt or be inspired by the Dark Phoenix saga to do a Dark April take on it, but they're going to do it in their own way. And I believe they're going to do it with her, like I said, probably building some kind of cocoon-like structure where she'll lay in, cover herself up like a caterpillar does when they cocoon themselves to become a butterfly. But instead of becoming a freaking butterfly, she's going to become an evolved form. She's going to basically evolve into a different kind of form that, like I said, of course, she'll be restored from, but it will be a form that they have to deal with, the Turtles that is, for the next month or so, for that month's worth of episodes. And then afterwards, like I said, the aftermath is going to be her learning about how great responsibility, how she has to have greater control over power like that crystal, which she'll probably keep. How basically the aftermath is she's going to learn how to have greater control over power like the crystals instead of letting it have power and control over her. So that's just my take on what I think the Dark April saga is going to be like. You guys let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like. And I'll talk to y'all later. I'm about to head into my job and clock in for work.